Hello to everyone. It's your humble host Gildas Mufo, and welcome to another new live on TBC. It's really been for a long time, almost 2 weeks that I've not issued a live video or a live broadcast. But the first day of the, the month, or this first month, this first day of the month of August, I will start back with my live broadcast. It is a really great privilege having you on my live broadcast. So we are going to start directly. I wanted to see how it is responding on my tablet. Okay, okay. It's really a very good, a big privilege being with you this evening, and I'm very happy to shoot another new video and of the voices of is really something very gracious for me being here with you. So now we're going to talk about the topic of today. The topic of today is all about the rapid growth of on duplication and uh, so we need to duplicate a lot of things that are on the admin. There seems to be a returning noise here. Please let me just try to switch off. Okay. Okay. I never turn on my mic on the other side. Please let me just try to see that I switch off my mic. Okay, everything is okay now. I'm coming back to, these things are not really easy at such, huh? So we're going to come back to the main screen. Okay, as I was trying to say, I said this is another new opportunity for me to on TBC. Major thing that us is the growth of the community, and the growth of a community depends all of us, meaning that each and every one of us need to play a role in order that the community grow. So all of us need to put all what is for us to make the community to grow. Purpose, I've tried to focus on the rapid growth of the community depend on each and that each and the work of each and everyone is owned the of the different strategy that admin has built for us in the blog. And there is a famous all about cash flow. So how to have an abundance cash flow. Guys, people are entering the community every day, and for you to have abundance cash flow in the community, you need to put a good number of things together, and you need not to forget that TBC is a whole community, and together we stand and divided. So on that limelight, I'm going to share my screen with you to show a good number of articles picked out from the which will really show more on what I mean by the rapid growth of depends on duplicating of strategies. So whatever the strategy is that is really growing the community, share with others. All whether you're new or old, or bound to grow the growth of the community depends on all of us all. So that of the community need to learn strategies from others that are growing the community. Just as Raul Balbasa, for 1 month, the month of July, he enrolled more than 400 subscribers. Wow, Raul Balbasa. And I heard you when you came to run this live broadcast, and things that you said, and I'm putting them in practice. That we are saying that what each other, their strategies, we duplicate them in order to find a way to community issue for this because the last time, because this article should be community as a whole, meaning that all of us in the TBC community, we need to be united. They eat together, they fish together, they live together, they work together. Look at what is on the it all as far as the growth community is all about. So if you see the 10 top leaders, when the 10 top leaders were still the ones the structuring of the TBC community, but the 10 top leaders have been we you, if you're already old, do not relent your effort. This is the time to work more than ever before in order and make the community to grow as large. So this coming back to it to let new dispensation of the 100 the million billionaires was being shared with the before we talk that would be the 100 millionaire is try as able to at least subscribe 1 or 2 people a day with the high the 400 and more subscription in July. I'm putting it in action, and I hope buy as much do like me and the community is not going to grow. Now, this is a second article of which was being, and this article, when I read it by this article because of the information that it carry, yeah, and community friendly admin is how you hold things the TBC group in Facebook, because in time without number that the admin of was that we should a group on because they are a lot of trolls and people that have different mindsets and of which they want to run the name of TBC into mud. They will come into all these groups and try to say things that are not in accordance with TBC, and by so doing blackmail TBC own and has its own reality with itself. So you see, it's really telling us that guys have the trolls are starting to come respect 1 or 2 things. So let me just this blog and is mind blowing because it makes me to understand that as days are going, people are really buying into the vision of TBC. And this is the time, guys. This is the time for all of us in the community to sit together and to share strategies together. Never then the growth that by the end of the year 2018 would have attained even not the total number of which the billion as a billion, but would have a way to increase the growth of the community. Now, Bitcoin revolution. We, after many months of congesting our group of hiring Kringer Jack to keep watch on activities on this page, we are finally able to have meaningful, non-aggressive, and respectful dialogue with each other without poisonous doubts thrown at each other. Meaning that word, people now are very respectful. They do not throw insult on each other and they wait for the viewpoint of everyone. You know, in the organized community, each and everyone needs to learn the other. You know that people that they have never been taught the way really being responsible when it comes to talking and doing things the right way. So really gone a long way to calm this community, and this is when is trying that we also need to respect those groups, even if it is not in Facebook or in WhatsApp or in Snapchat and platforms. And he goes on to say this: Kringle Jack has become very is always very excited when it throws for immediate deletion. Kringle Jack is really bored and is looking forward to taking up more activity. And this is what each and everyone should do. We should take responsibility for the community. The life and the prosperity, the success, the growth, and on the rest of the world to the community is our responsibility, not the responsibility of the admin. A true TBCN should know community is on the shoulders of registered and verified member of TBC. We need not other person. We need not to allow this work to well-renowned leaders that are out. They are quite occupied with things that is permitting them to also do things that will keep the community in unity. So our responsibility, new or old, means to increase the community day in and day out. And the last part of this note, read this. If you are a troll, please show yourself because Kringle Jack is some action. Let us interact with each other respectfully. Let us interact with each other respectfully. I believe that due to the present realities of the crypto era and the way things are being involved in this crypto era, people are beginning to lose on the agreement that all of us get enter the TBC community. And I quite remember, and I will still go back to that agreement. This agreement, one of the elements of this agreement was each other, meaning that the first thing everyone need to do or put into action when you enter the TBC community is to be responsible for each and everyone that you meet in the community. This responsibility shadows a lot of things that will permit you to so for your own safety, do not interact or follow anyone that presents you with an Oberg exchange program to trade your kringles. 99% of them are scammers your just had a good communications with a good number of people over the net, basically in Messenger. This day, realized that, oh, I found that a good number of people are just getting the things off and on, and they just put money in any Jack and G system without verifying the authenticity and the truthworthiness of such a platform. Doing at the end of the day, they are robbed off of the little fiat they would have to spend for one or two things, and do not have what they have bought. So I will bet with each and every one, if you cryptocurrency, look for the measures that are set. And I believe that times without number have tried to caution us on how are very, so don't be robbed up of your hard-earned kringles, not be robbed up of your hard-earned money. Guys, do a lot of verification. A lot of that are mess out there in the world. So please be very, very cautious when you are trying to invest in a platform. Because they have told me about a good number, because a lot of guys know that I'm in cryptocurrency and all whatnot. When something just pop up from anywhere, they are just calling me. This is a new platform. It's like this. I my homework. I do not invest in a cryptocurrency that I've not taken time to study it and understand what is the mission and what does it have an agreement? Does it have a contractual process giving me that open mind to understand that there has mechanisms and have ways of functioning that are basic and need to be respected by everyone. Last question over under this post that is being made by admin. TBC, I don't recommend that 99 members start their own TBC Facebook group, because the most part it is work with very little profit coming from the effort to maintain a clean and TBC friendly Facebook group. Why admin is saying this? You should not forget that the main of the TBC community is to enlarge the community. So if you go and cluster yourself in a group on Facebook, are you able to grow? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. To do is to look for more strategies. Scripts have been given out by the admin that we should use these scripts and to get in contact with new persons every day. And with these new persons every day, we should give our link and tell them to subscribe. And that is what I'm doing every day from since that script came out. And bet you realities or very good things are taking place with me. Okay, notwithstanding, I believe that the era of the realities of TBC and the cash flow fever and the cash flow realities that are in the air has made a lot of people to forget the that all of us get into before to TBC. And if guys you have entered TBC without reading that agreement, an opportunity for you to go and restudy that agreement, nurture it, and make it to be well seated in you to every aspect of TBC. So talk of agreement, which is something that is very to keep. The agreement makes all of the agreement make all of what possible, meaning that the success of the is on an agreement that each and every BC has taken upon himself to to make TBC what it has been destined to be. So, for TBC to attain its success, all of us need to be real. All of us need to be respectful to the agreement into TBC without this. Let me read it once more to you and be open widely. And you can come to the blog most of the time to read it and get it. They say a person that does not know where he is going, he may get the way, or being corrupted on the way, and is target. This is the target and the vision of which TBC was, and each and everyone need to respect. It read thus: one of the reasons why TBC is called the billion coin is because the ultimate price marks out at 1 billion euros coin. So anyone holding on to even just one TBC coin could become a billionaire. If you hold on only to one TBC coin, you could become a billionaire. So very interesting for you guys. So we will need to do all in order to be online. TBC Doc, Joe Steven, I greet you. You're welcome. Okay, you're there with me. I just saw you on my iPad now. Okay, I shall come back to you and I will continue, and I shall come back to you and give you a shout out to be there with me, Stephen. Okay, I was trying to continue with and together, according to the formula, we would need to get 1 billion people from around 5 members of the community. We will get there ultimately, and it's because of the guys. You get it? Meaning that what get to this ultimate to this mark value of TBC by respecting the membership agreement. So the membership agreement is a very vital instrument for each and every member of TBC to respect. And it goes down. Here is the all members of the billion coin community agree never go down in value. And this is the state straws around the whole world have said how possible that a coin cannot go down in value is because of each and every member of TBC has really taken upon themselves to really see that this coin can only go up in price. This agreement understand that drive the price of TBC up by until it reaches its optimum price. See, all of us will unanimously agree always go up from 1 to 5% daily until it reach its ultimate price. And the ultimate price is meaning people from all over the world are sick and tired of artificial scarcity running their lives, which was covered briefly in another article on this blog. Abundance and prosperity natural things within the universe, and power been leading the people in mass to believe in the deception called scarcity. Scarcity disease. Scarcity is a bad illness of which people have been corrupted, and people have been robbed of the intelligence and the potentness of which they have in them, and scarcity has been put into place, and that is why people are running wild everywhere. The greatest things I will let you do abundant in the earth is wealth, and each and everyone has his position. The scarcity is an artificial something that why we're saying TBC have come to rewire, learn and relearn what you have learned before, because all what they have taught you and they have learned you are never something to be respected. When people allow the cryptocurrency TBC to the formula, they are making an agreement. Means that if we use the TBC formula to make us to believe that word is there for everybody, we are trying to respect the TBC agreement. So from this TBC, something that I need to add also, a lot of people are new, and there is this famous, because you know everything phase of TBC, we have shifted a little bit and we are following the agenda of TBC. We are in what now they call the cash flow. Are you student? Are you enjoying cash flow? What is cash flow? A good number of able leaders in various live broadcasts. What is cash flow? If that cash flow is what has put every in TBC, but this cash flow has a little bit of uh, I would say technicality or cunning things in it, meaning that everyone that does not have those little ways in order to be able to sell, able to give value to each and every one that is sharing this live broadcast with you. I'm trying to put in more, say, who am I? And the reality is that most people never thought they would be able to arrive at this level, and their cash flow will always be made sharing out themselves. So for us that we do not have the courage, or we do not really feel in ourselves. And guys, I will tell you, it's an easy something. I was not able to shoot a live broadcast like this one, but today I'm doing you. So if you're in that position, the greatest thing for you to do is to look for a cash flow coaching, meaning that this admin said cash flowing 500 to $1,000 a week consistently in TBC ahead of the pack if you are having cash flow or better. Also, you possess the most valuable knowledge that is needed desperately inside the TBC community. Meaning that those who are ahead, that are $1,000 weekly, that are ahead of the TBC pack, and are making history in the era of the billion coin. So you are not making that song. I am not making this song. But as I'm shooting this video, this is one of the mechanisms that I'm trying to put myself in the shoes and in the position of the guys that are use some of $500 to $1,000 a week. So you, like me, we need to partner. That is why I say let's share strategies and let's try to duplicate what the others are doing. They are earning already $500 to $1,000 a week in TBC. How come that they're doing that? Are they extra? No, it's just that they are seeing the instructions in the blog, and they are trying to live broadcast within the limit and within the boundaries of which the TBC admins have given the instruction. Their live broadcasts are increasing, and a good number of people are coming to buy from them. Guys, it's not magic. There's no magic in TBC. TBC respect instructions, duplicate them, and be in action. Make it. Yes, you're new. You cannot be new. There are people that have been in TBC for the past 2 years that TBC has been existing. I just entered TBC, has been a couple of months. I think I'm virtually getting to 9 to 10 months old in TBC. This is prime member, but there is no better place than TBC. So the goes thus again. I add other things to the article. Well, also use valuable knowledge that is needed this TBC. You should turn the teachings of that knowledge into a service. This is where I heard in a live broadcast the other day, guys are complaining that we don't have money. Why should we not buy coaching? Guys, value things that are important, value things that are worthful. So you buy this teaching and duplicating in order to also bring more people to the common thing all of us are targeting is to grow the community. So essentially, this books smart, but you have what is called the street. Members should be lining up to learn. I read this statement alone. TB trying to tell us that at this level, the blog can only give us, the blog can only give us the bookish techniques are still the theories. So getting the let's go out there and look at the able leaders that are the one running the community and the spearheading the community. Those are the guys that are to teach us the street smart. They are to teach us strategies, the street method, the techniques, the street of the street way of handling basic community. So not be ashamed, not downlook yourself, not look as cannot do. The only thing you should do is, guy, remove a little bit of money from your pocket and go to these different formations. I bet I am soon joining Randy. I saw his badass broadcasting and the cash flow formation. I'm very soon going for the cash flow formation because with the cash, I bet you you're going to stand a very better way in order to make the 500 to 1,000 payments in TBC. So why not invest in yourself? Your investment is never lose. Investment in never lose, and that is what I will do. And I definitely inquire from you to follow me as I'm going through this part. Now, on the other hand, are you that are reading this blog right now struggling to earn an income with TBC? If that is the case, I hope this blog will connect you and our cash flow coaches together. Just don't expect getting that knowledge to be cheap and certainly not free. One of the biggest reasons failure is the complete unwillingness to invest in oneself. Now you should just be free. True leaders never work for free. Yes, these leaders have plenty of free samples of what they have to offer, but in the end, to get what they got, you will have to pay to whole package. The leaders, they do not give you all. They just give what they have in package. And if you want to get a whole lot of what they have, you need to go to them. And but in the end, if you want to get what they got, you will have to pay to get the full package. The free stuffs will only take you so far, but that is really the difference between books made smart. I have those street smart, and I have a proven within many ventures of becoming a cash flow giant. But I attempt to pass that known how year. I'm handicapped to text only and is bit and in bit-sized pieces too. You need flesh and blood. You need a coach you can completely interact with to learn from them. You need to be willing to pay for your coach. Please. It is the same formations. We can look them on YouTube. But get us here. We need a flesh and somebody to coach us that we can be able to learn the street smarts, the street technique. Why? In a football team, there is a coach. The coach is there to coordinate and to bring from the people. So your coaches and your going to bring out the smart strategies smart in you and make you back as leaders in the community. And the last paragraph of this article that really interests me to read it out goes that in second and third world countries, $500 to 1,000 US dollars a week income is what wealthy people earn. In first world country to 1,000 US dollar a week is professional income and you got some skills to earn it. But that is far from a wealthy first world country. TBC does not offer unlimited income potential, and I don't want you to get the impression that 500 to 1,000 always going to be the top side of our community. Current case at this historic moment as I examine our members and GR transactions. So if you are cash flow pro 1,000 a week, you should develop a TBC cash flow coaching service above and beyond the partnership. Partnerships are easy, cut and dry at 50-50 split. Cash flow coaching is a game changer. I will leave the structure of developing that up to your imagination. So the game changer, the TBC community is what? Is to coaching and to learn from cash flow coaching what the street smart, of which admin is the fitty of the book smart. The coaches are going to change you and be the game changer, meaning that more money you the street smart. So that is all I had for you for this live broadcast, and I believe that each and every one of you in one way or the other in order to really have understanding of this live broadcast. I do wish that we will have other sessions in which we are going to develop very good things for each and everyone as far as the community is concerned and I do hope that we are going to go home. Okay, let me look at the live chat. I can see Joe Stevens has been there waiting for me. He's the only one. Hello, Joe. And I believe you're still there. If you're still there, thanks for coming to my live broadcast. And it's really a privilege having you. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. This is also the solidarity that we need to have in the community, and it will permit each and everyone to have the possibility to share what you have in you. So, in one of the voices of TBC has been your humble servant, Gildas Mufo is my thank you to have been with me. I really hope to join you next. For all those who have participated in one way or the other, we are together, we are the community. Let's bring our humanity out of poverty and let's make misery out of the world by kicking it off with bringing prosperity and abundance to everyone. Thank you very much to have been with me. It was a pleasure sharing one of these videos with you this evening. I will try as much as possible to be doing for this campaign in. I stopped and I have come back today, and I believe that from this first day of the month to the last day of the month, I will do possible to be doing one. Thank you very much and stay stick to TBC. TBC have changed you, TBC have rewired you, TBC will lead you to new dreams. Thanks very much. Have a nice time. Bye bye.